Linear drumming has become very popular over the past few decades with guys like Vinny, Aaron Spears, and Tony Royster Jr. ripping off patterns so clean and fast that it seems almost magical. Understanding these patterns, much less developing the coordination to play them, may seem like a ridiculously hard task, but getting the hang of this style of playing might not be as hard as you think. What's up, you guys? My name is Nikao Wallace with thedrumbreakdown.com, and before we get started, be sure to do a little flam tap on that subscribe button so you can keep up with future lessons. And as always, click the link in the description down below to download the PDF of the exercises that we're going to be doing. A linear drum fill is just a pattern where no two limbs hit at the same time. This is usually accomplished by playing a string of 16th note or triplet single strokes around the drum kit while interrupting them with one or two bass drum hits. There are a few exercises that I want to show you to kind of hack the system and teach yourself how to get comfortable and create your own linear drum fills. So let's break it down. All right, the first thing we need to do is work on bass drum placement. We have to get comfortable with putting a single bass drum hit on each part of the 16th note, while filling in the rest of the 16th notes with single strokes. There are 4 possible places where you can put the bass drum. You can put it on the numbers, on the E's, the ands, or the uhs. When you get comfortable with each one of these patterns, practice flowing between them without stopping. Next, we're going to get comfortable placing our bass drum on 2 of the possible 16th notes while filling in the rest with single strokes. There are 6 possible combinations, and again, once you're comfortable with each one of these patterns, practice flowing between all of them without stopping. The next step is to randomize the process. Start slowly playing 16th note singles on the snare drum and then randomly begin replacing 1 or 2 of the notes with your bass drum. It's extremely important that you count out loud while you're doing this so you don't get lost.
1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E.
If throwing in those random bass drum hits on the fly stresses you out, write out a few measures of 16th notes on a piece of paper and then randomly circle 1, 2, or none of the notes in each group. Play your bass drum on the circled notes and then play your snare drum on the uncircled notes. When you get comfortable with that, start slowly moving your hands around the kit.
1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1.
All right, the third step is to set boundaries. Nothing you learn on the drums mean anything if you can't play it within the context of a groove. So we're going to do the same thing that we did in the last step, but limit yourself to playing just one measure and ending it by crashing on beat 1.
1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and crash.
When you do this a few times, play a simple groove for a measure, break away and do your linear pattern for a measure, and then go back to the groove. The hardest part about this step is that it's impossible to know which hand you'll end up crashing on. So it's really important to do this slow, pay attention to your hands, and let the pattern end on the hand that naturally comes up. Try not to force yourself to crash on your dominant hand.